What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a bit of a different episode once again, and this is a bit more of a what have we been doing over the last while. So I'm going to bring you guys up to speed with where we are with all the projects, what is happening and what is taking so long. Stay with us. Alright, so I'm going to start here at the front of the shop. So let's just walk through. Now there is stuff everywhere, and let me start. I'll start on the left hand side and then go off to that side. This is an F20118i. This is a project that I am busy parts collecting on, and this we're going to do as a everything in one episode. That's coming up soon. Pretty cool. Sneak peek. There's a bunch of the engine stuff for this car, and we're gonna do a whole makeover and whatever on that thing. So super excited. That's actually up my car. It's gonna become a daily. So then we have the Silver Fox. Now if you recall, I raced this car or tried to race it at least at Swartkops a year ago or so. Yep, it just ran a bearing straight away. So it had an M54B30, a stock one, and as soon as I took it out, it just ran a bearing, and turns out it didn't have a baffled sump. It was an absolutely stock car. We bought it, and the guy said no, he raced this thing many times, and so obviously he was lying, so it ran a bearing. But since then what we've done is we actually painted the engine bay nice and white. You won't see them from here, but it has brand new Coney one-way adjustable inserts, and we used the original, the struts that came with this car, and we modified them, put the Coney inserts in there, and so that was a whole process. But anyway, that got done, and in the meantime I had built an M52 for it. Now you'll say, why does this M52 look so weird? Well, that is because it is upside down. So it's just upside down because we put the sump on, etc. We've just left it like that. So it actually has the headers on, and the clutch and everything is over there. So just need to get a few more parts for this. I need to get manifold gaskets. I need to get this seal and thermostat housing and a couple of things, and then that can go into the engine bay of the the Silver Fox. And then this car is going to get an ECU Master ECU as an upgrade. It's got a very old GoTech system, which is original Domingo's, then became GoTech, then became something else. I can't even remember what it is. Power Mods, that's it. Then we have this Opel Kadett. Now this is a future project. This actually has a C20XE Superboss engine that it's going to get. Also ECU Master. Also, it's actually a really nice car. It's been painted, everything. So I've got all this stuff. I'm just not getting time for this. So this is, I think, going to be a 2027 project, just because we don't have enough time for that at the moment and budget. So that's going to have to wait. That's also going to become a bit of a fun car, and maybe an endurance car, depending. But yeah, we'll just see with that. At the back there is another big project. That is a mega project car. Parts collecting, and I'm doing a bunch of engineering on that in the background. So I don't want to show you too much of that, because that has there's an amazing project there. It's just parts collecting, and again, I don't want to release and get started too early on that, because you don't want to start, stop. So again, parts collecting, a lot of money going into that build. So super excited with that. Zander, And then we have can't show you too much there, but basically this is this yellow Land Rover. Now, funny enough, this has a very cool history to it. In the early 90s, there was a Land Rover Camel Trophy series that was run around the world. And South Africa actually had sanctions against us during that time. So we created our own Camel Trophy in South Africa, and this was one of those original Camel Trophy cars. It came here for lube top-up and change, diff and transfer case and all of that, and a lifter tick, and it has been here for a very long time because the lifter tick turned into a full engine rebuild, which turned into more issues we've been chasing for a very long time. It has a Rover V8, which has become exceptionally problematic. But anyway, we are hopefully getting to the end of that pretty soon. On this side, we have George Economidis's Turbo Golf. This is one of the fastest Golfs in South Africa, circuit racing car. It was a very, very well built car. So this thing is here for quite a few things. One of the things was that it was smoking out the turbo. This is running a BAM 1.8 turbo, so that's an Audi S3 1.8 turbo engine. Was smoking out the turbo, turned into a complete engine rebuild. Then there's a lot of other little knickknacks we got to do on this thing. But this car runs a full Motec. It's proper little car, but needs a lot of work. So we'll do a whole video on this, but was built really well, just needs more work. And that brings us to this little thing. Now, a lot of you guys remember this. Now, unfortunately, this project, this Fiesta, has been sitting for a long time because of priorities on other cars. So Zander has been busy with this in the background. Today actually pulled the intake manifold off because there was a massive leak somewhere, and so we've kind of narrowed it down to this plate here that was leaking, and it looks like the valve cover was leaking. So this was that donor engine that I bought, and we still haven't got this thing running on its own fuel and power. So I got it running just on brake cleaner. But yeah, so today we pulled the pump out of this thing and the tank. So to get the pump out, you had to pull the tank out. Now I found a leak on the tank, try to fix that, wasn't successful, so need to get a new tank. And we couldn't get the pump to prime or run, so we tested the pump and the pump is dead as well. So there's quite a lot of little nuggets we have to deal with on this car before I can actually wrap up this video series. It has been over a year since I've got to this video series, but it's a good job we're going through it because yeah, like I say, I found a lot of little knickknacks, and funny enough, the ports are super dirty on this, so we're just going to give it a good clean in the ports and try and get this thing done. Zander, you're going to lift it up for us. Got to do the mechanic stand. You guys all remember all the work we did on this. New discs, ATE discs, or ATE discs, pads, lowering springs, braided brake lines. So earlier today, Zander actually got in underneath here, and we gave this thing a proper, you can see the water still standing here, but we gave this thing a proper clean underneath. It's a good job we did, man. This thing was super dirty, but she is looking good and clean and fresh now. It's obviously new exhaust, and yeah, fuel tank's out, but now we can see, well, we have access to everything, and we can see everything. So there's some very, very cool plans for this car that we'll reveal after the first test. of this thing, and yeah, when we proved the concept of the cheap racing banger. But yeah, we still got to get there. That was all of this other mechanical work was not really part of that series, so I'd like to wrap that series up. All right, and then outside here we've got another Land Rover project. This is a left-hand drive car. This came down from Holland. This is getting a full color change and a whole bunch of other work, so that's ready to go to paint. Here's Old Faithful. She has is waiting for her engine pretty much, and yeah, just waiting on engineering to finish up with the head and all of that, and then that can come back. We can put all that together and we can start with all the other bits, install it, and yeah, got more upgrades on this I want to do, but obviously got to get through the bulk of it first. So it's funny that this one is standing here, because here we have another customer car which has come in because it too has an M44B19 installed with the R8 coils. Now this car actually took a lot of inspiration from my car, my build, and we've done the same thing. So I did a lot of this work for him. He did a lot of the installation, so the Toyota ITBs, the coils, and a whole bunch of stuff. So this car is here because he couldn't get it running. It's got a EMU Classic in it, and so we got to get it running, got to get it to the dyno. But there's a lot of little things that we got to go through on this thing to get it there. So let me know if you want me to cover this in a video series. It's an old E30. It's a bit banged up, but this guy's poured his heart and soul into this car, and so yeah, we want to try and help him just get it done. So there's a lot of small mechanical things, but he couldn't get it running either. So yep, just a lot of little things. Okay, so that's going to be a wrap for this episode. It was one of those weeks where we did a bunch of stuff. Something I didn't mention was the other E36, the white one. A lot of you might be wondering what power that thing made. Well, that car went to the dyno, it made good power. We tested it yesterday and we had quite a few little challenges, typical teething issues. The ECU was cutting it off for some reason, and anyway, it's part of the testing. So I'll do another video on that once we iron out a lot of the bugs. But anyway, that's going to be it on this episode, and hopefully we have some parts back next week and we can actually start piecing together some of these projects and finish up with this one at some point. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you want more coverage on that black E30 and what we do. We're going to try to finish that in a month. So yeah, let us know. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Ciao.